This episode is for my creators. Blue Jays. It's the first time I've heard him. This episode is for my creators, my artists, my content creators. This is for us. If you are thinking about being a content creator, this is for you also. If you're thinking about getting your own business or venturing out on your own, this is for you. Stay tuned. How are my gods and my goddesses doing? How have you been? I'm going to tell you right now, I have not been on my game, as you've seen. I've lost 200 followers on Instagram, all because I'm not consistently putting out content. Now, mind you, I don't make money off of this. I'm not making any money by what I'm doing here. You know, I got 11,000 subscribers on YouTube. Doesn't matter, because if you don't have enough public watch hours, you are not eligible for monetization. See how this shit works? Also, if you don't post every single day at the same time, the algorithm, it will not pick up your stuff, and you'll get no views at all, or it won't go to the right demographic that you're trying to reach. It's just out there in Matrix land, floating around, not getting any views. So I know how to get followers. I know how this happens. I know how the physical aspect of content creation works, because my son, second Sama, Kevin, he told me, he's the one that said, hey, you know, do your podcast, break them up into reels and put them on shorts on YouTube, on Instagram and stuff like that. So if you're wanting to build your content, you want to use the TikToks and the YouTube reels and Instagram reels or shorts or whatever, and the Facebook reels, you want to use all of these things, because that is what, and I know people who do YouTube, been doing this since it began, can sit on there and talk for hours and hours and hours, you know, and get their views up that way. But with the attention span of today's generation, no one has time. And it's not their fault. It's how this program, Matrix, is constructed. It is work, 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 work. Pay us your homage. Get to work. Clock in 40 or 80 hours or overtime. Just clock in, do your due diligence, pay your bills, pay your utilities, pay the fucking machine, right? That's why no one has time for anything. People have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to meditate. Well, it's a good time to do it, but to meditate and to get their exercise in, to get their me time in. When back in the day it was 5 o'clock in the morning. Like 5 o'clock you get up, you know, before everyone else wakes up, and you get your day started and you have your me time, and you know, you're decompressing and you're getting everything ready. And I'm talking with my hands a lot. But you know, your mother, you know, you get the kids ready for school or daycare or the babysitter. You start mentally preparing, what am I going to cook for dinner tonight? And it's only 6:30 in the morning. That's the type of stuff, you know, and then you're thinking like, what bills did I pay? What's this? What's that? Your brain, they have programmed us in a monkey mind. They have programmed us this way, to be scattered. You wonder why there's so much ADHD and ADD and, you know, attention deficit disorder things. It's because of how they've programmed us, not to mention, you know, how they've raised us, the stuff we consume. You try to be vegan or vegetarian, you try to eat clean, but they've even contaminated that stuff now. So then you're like, well, I'll just grow my own garden. But Earth has been so damaged that the nutrients in the soil are not giving. You know, that's why there's certain fasting periods for Earth too, but stinking ass humans didn't allow that. They kept building and knocking stuff down and tearing down trees and rounding up all the food and the crops in the ground. You know, after 7 years, you're supposed to give the earth a break. You got to stop. Like, just like us, we need a break. We need to replenish. So does earth. Guess what? You get burnout. And like earth, you have nothing left to give. So that's what happened to me. I was upset because I wanted to treat this like a passion, like a side hustle, maybe make money or something like that, but it started to feel like a job to me. So I got offended and I was like, So what do spiritual woo-woo people do when we ground so much that it's like, I stopped doing all the spiritual stuff. Yeah, we are magic, right? Yeah, right. I wasn't doing my little rituals like I used to. I don't have to do rituals all the time, but you know, there's certain things like affirmation, speaking over myself, journaling, doing the things, praying to the ancestors. Yes, I talk to them. I talk to the divine. I talk to my higher self. I talk to God. God is the universe, however you believe. You may think it's a Jesus character. You may think it's a Buddha character. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter the energy of creator source. I talk to him all day, like here, just running my mouth. You know, that's why I try to guard my thoughts, because I don't want to put out something negative or something that's going to affect me adversely. But as for closing off my mind, walking away from the computer, walk away from your fucking phone. I used to do that a lot. I used to take social media breaks. And that's kind of hard for me now, because I have to use social media to reach people, because this is the time. I swear this is the age of Atlantis. Like, we are in the time of the future where technology is advancing so fast. This is the way we're supposed to be. We're supposed to excel and ascend and become higher enlightened beings, filled with wisdom and knowledge, so we could pass it on to our future generations. But no, that's not what college is made for. It's not what public school's made for. It's made to feed a machine, to make us, you know, on our way to work as slaves. That's what I've been going through. I put myself back in the void. I did. I stopped creating content. I started doing the thing that I hate, the scrolling. Like, I got off of TikTok because TikTok will have you going down the damn rabbit hole of, you know, reels. You're just constantly going. Facebook does, and I used to, I call it fake book. But the reels in there are so entertaining, and that's my problem. Like, I love to laugh. I love funny things. I love inspirational things. And the algorithm knows, like, they know like what I like, or they're sending me animals and funny stuff. Like, I love animals. That's my problem. So what happened was I stopped being a creator and I became a consumer. Have you went through anything like this? So one day as I'm working and I'm not listening to anything, sometimes it's good to turn off the binaural beats, the music, the meditation, all sound. Just don't listen to anything. Just be present. So I'm working. So my desk is where I work, you know, at the Matrix job. And I hear you have to get back to making content. And I'm just like, it's starting to feel like a job. They're like, sis, you got an LLC. It is a job. It's just, you're not treating it like a job. It is your job. It is your business that you're not making any money off of. And I was just like, yes, Crystal, you need to show up for your content, for your subscribers, for your followers that depend on you. So those 200 that fell off, I'm just going to shake it off because I was offended, ego, wounded, right? I was just like, what, do they think I'm here to entertain them? Like I don't have personal problems? Like, I can't take a break from this shit? No. So, bye. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me. And then on top of that, I was dealing with personal issues, health issues, you know. For those who don't know, the OGs know, I was diagnosed with severe Crohn's disease in 1998. So that's something that I have been maintaining and battling and working on my own while holding a full-time job, raising 2 kids, dealing with a very ugly divorce, moving out of my house, being put out of my house, moving to another apartment, and then having to uproot and move to New York because this was supposed to happen. But at the time when all of these things were happening, I just thought, oh my God, like, is this even worth it? And why is my life so hard? But Creator will put you in a situation and show you, like, look, this is not serving you in any way. I don't give a shit how much you love this person. This person is destroying you. This job is destroying you. I had to get out of the comfort of my home state of West Virginia. And I had to move to an uncomfortable situation in New York City. No, I'm not surrounded by nature. I love nature. No, I am not out, away from humans. I love being away from humans. I am compacted in a tiny little apartment where I had to grow and learn and face myself. So yeah. So let's say if you're dating, guys, ladies, goddesses, you also have a side hustle that you're trying to grow and you're trying to expand. Wow, most of us keep our old jobs. Like we keep the regular job because we got bills to pay. I have medical supplies I need. I have ostomy supplies I have to have. So I have to keep this job because that's where the benefits are. When this job, I'm giving myself 10 years. When this job makes so much money that I can afford these very expensive medical supplies. I've already talked to my doctor. I can't get a transplant, so I'm stuck with this ostomy stuff for the rest of my freaking days. He said, a transplant is a last-ditch effort to save your life. And I was like, Julian, it's me and you, homie. Julian is my stoma who likes to make noises sometimes when I'm on here talking. So yeah, with that being said, let's say you're dating, you're busy, maybe you got health issues, maybe you got kids, maybe you got personal issues, and you're trying to basically run 2 full-time jobs on top of being a full-time job as a human being and still having to take your kids to practice and having to still do all things and make the appointments. And it's a lot for us. And people, consumers, will see us and think, oh, well, they're perfect. No, the fuck we're not. And these woo-woo spiritual people that get on here and act like they have ascended so far that they're Neo. Honey, you're still here on earth. We need to have balance in our life. And when you have overwhelm, when you have stress, when you have burnout because of all of the stuff that you have to do to keep your content flowing in a manner that makes the algorithms happy so people will see your stuff, it's a lot. You get pissed, you get annoyed. Like, I'm getting hot talking about it. Like, I was just mad. I was like, I want this to flow. I want this to be, that's why I stopped doing tarot. Well, there's a couple reasons why I stopped doing tarot. One, it started to feel like a job. I was being forced to do tarot where I used to just go with the flow and the feeling, like, oh, the vibe is right, let's do a tarot reading. Where it was like, when are you going to do Scorpio? When are you doing Aquarius? When are you going to do this? You should do this every week. It was just demands. And I was like, what? And then I had someone on Instagram and TikTok acting like me, taking people's money. My tarot readings were free. I hardly ever sell them just because of this right here, because of scammers and fakers. And I just want to choke them out in the spirit. You know what I mean? I want to find them in the astral and choke these people out and like, get a job. And how about you create your own content? I started with 150 people and I had to work to get to this. So in order for you to grow followers, you got to put stuff out consistently. You have to do it. This is just the way this game works. This is the way the algorithms work. This is where the matrix works. You have to put content out consistently. And this also goes with manifestation. Now that I've told you the issues we have, that feels like you're clocking in for a job, kind of takes out the spiritual and the passion and the vibe from it. We need to pray and communicate more in spirituality and spiritual communities. Praying to God, Goddess, Mother, Creator, Source, Infinite, Wisdom, Subconscious, Superconscious, Extreme Conscious Mind, your ancestors, your spirit guides, elementals. Talk, pray. That's what pray is. It's communication. I am chatting all day, but I'm not prayer handing it, or I'm not receiving. You see what I'm saying? I'm just, which is good because my ancestors we out here. But it's not enough. Please put in your time during the day, if you can fit it in. Meditation, I always say that. Because if I meditate every day, I do so much better. Health-wise, it's like the Crohn's and now kidney disease kind of just calms down. Yeah, that's why I was having eczema and rashes and cystic acne and stuff that were popping all over my face. My body was so acidic. And the reason why this happened, I may have talked about this in my last podcast, but I've been diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, stage 3. I'm at stage 3. And I thought it was like kidney stones causing it or whatever. No. What's caused this is Crohn's disease. So Crohn's disease causes kidney failure. I did not know that. I didn't know that. My son found that out for me. But the reason why I'm so acidic and the reason why my kidneys are just only functioning at like 35% now is because I had resectionings. I had a resection in 2004. So I lost over a foot of my small and large intestines then. In 2007, I had a sigmoid ostomy. So that's where I had it on this side. And, you know, they cut off my colon and put it right here from my rectum. It's going to get TMI. If you can't handle this, just fast forward. And then in 2013, I had the total it's colorectomy or some shit like that. Anyway, colectomy. And a proctocolectomy, it's all the things. So what they did was they removed my rectum, like it's completely gone. You're like, how's your butt gone? Well, it's still there. But the inside has been removed. My colon has been removed. It was absolutely diseased. And I was dying and it was killing me. So they had to remove all of my colon. So remember back in 2004 when they took a lot of my small intestines out? Well, I have a tiny bit of small intestines left. And that's what's caused my body to become acidic. So take care of your health, exercise, go to the doctor. I know we don't trust the medical field. I know we don't trust them because they're always trying to pump in drugs in us and stuff like that. I'm going to have to take infusion treatments again. I have been managing my Crohn's without any medicine. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to be hospitalized. I'm still going to do the natural remedies. I have cleavers and clover tea in here right now for my kidneys. I shout out to my friend Corey. I have Cleaver's drops. I have slippery elm. So yes, I'm doing all the things I need to do on my end holistically to take care of myself, which is why I'm still here. Shout out to Kalima, because that goddess keeps me going. But yes, exercise, meditate, pray, communicate, talk to your people. What I did before I blew up to 18,000 followers on Instagram, I asked my ancestors, I was like, what do you need me to do? Help me. I don't know what to do. And they told me what to do. Plain as day. It was like there was a little prayer circle all around me of my ancestors and spirit guides, and we were just ask us for help. This is why we're here. And as spiritual people, when you find out there's no more scapegoating, it's you are your savior. You gotta, dig your foot down in the ground and get to work and do all the things you're supposed to do to change your life for the better. I can't blame the devil. I can't blame my past. I can't blame my parents. I can't blame my past lovers. I am responsible for my own self and my own well-being. So when you get to that level of like, okay, I've no one, we tend to stop praying. It's like, oh, it's just me. I'm source having human experience. It's just me. But before you came here, you handpicked your peeps to assist you. You have a soul tribe around you. You may not know it, but you do. My sons are my soul tribe. My mom and my sister are my soul tribe. I have certain friends that, that's soul tribe. It's soul energy. I have a lot of followers and subscribers that we're soul family. We recognize each other. You have your own crew. Ask your higher self, who am I? But without the programming, without the parents, info dumping into you, without the school system, without religion, politics, who are you besides that? Not a mom, not a wife. Who are you? What are you? What do you love as a creator? What do you like to do? What makes you excited? I didn't know. So download the app, The Pattern. I tell my people all the time, The Pattern, because it shows you the planets that are affecting your life at the time. I am in a lot of things right now. I'm letting go of chaos. I'm letting go of whoever I was the past 19 years of my life. I have to go back. And that's going to take a lot of journaling because I don't know. I don't know. For the past 19 years, I've just been mom. Really 28 years I've been a mom. But when the baby came, it's different when it's just you and one little boy. And you're like, oh yeah, I can take care of us. I got this. It's me and him. You know, let's go. And then you have another son. And now you have 2 humans depending on you. Shout out to the mommies got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shout out to y'all. Holy crap. Because what happens as a mother, all of your dreams, your desires, all your goals, all this shit, guess what happens? When you see that little human depending on you, and even as a father, you see that little human depending on you, they can't make it on their own, that becomes your life. Like, I'm a mom. And my goal, and I see why the patterns are doing this now, I see why the planets are doing this now, was to raise my sons into very healthy, functioning gods on this planet. They know who they are. They are enlightened. They know their source. They know their higher self. They know all their aspects. They know who works with them. I'm blessed, to say the least, okay? And then my youngest son, like, it's your time now, Mom. What makes you happy? And I was like, I have no fucking clue. I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know. And the only thing I can think about, what has always made me happy, especially when I was a Christian and a Hebrew, I loved wisdom. I loved knowledge and research and studying. I'm a life path 3, so that's what I do. It's Saraswati things, Hecate things. Like, I research and I dig and I want to know the truth. I'm a truth seeker. I'm a Scorpio. I know it has nothing to do with Phoenix. Don't y'all come for me in the comments. But like 12th house Scorpio. And so, you know, and I have it in my Uranus. So I'm all about, you know, going deep within and getting rid of the outdated bullshit. Shit that doesn't even matter. Stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. I'm about that. I love that stuff. I love the ocean. I love water. I love nature. Like, if you remove religion out of me, and I go back to being a small child and what I loved the aliens. I loved esoteric things. I loved Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. I loved the Bermuda Triangle. I loved Area 51. I wanted to work for Area 51. That was me as a kid. Like, I wanted to somehow get in there and be like, okay, this is my job. This is what I want to do. I've been about this my whole life. My whole life. I used to love helping people until I was used up so much and just discarded. Like, I love, and that's the empath of me, I love helping. I love giving back. I have to go back to that person because this person is bitter. This person is tired. This person is burned out. And when you get to this point and you do all the shadow work and you do, and that's a lot of stuff I do too. I am always working on myself and always, we should always, always continue to evolve. I know a lot of people. And I think it's cute. I've always considered myself a dark feminine. Dark mother. I've always considered myself a dark feminine. Let me explain something to you, content creators. Dark feminine is not evil. It's mother. It's yin energy. So, yes, we are creation and destruction. That's it. You don't go around destroying all the fucking time. That doesn't make you dark. That makes you an asshole. That makes you toxic. Toxic is not dark feminine. So I'm going to go ahead and discuss this now. That is not it, sis. Yes, we are sexual beings. We are beautiful. I'm going to talk about sex magic in another episode. We're going to get on that shit because again, I'm dark feminine. I will talk about it. Yes, we accept all of who we are, but you don't force it down people's face. You're no different than, you know, no offense light workers, but no defense than to some light workers who are like, dark is bad, dark is evil, dark is dead. You're no different than them. So all I'm saying is maybe talk to your higher self, talk to the goddess and say, who am I? Now, I love seeing women opening up to being, you know, sexual creatures. And, you know, don't come for me. Just as men are sexual, we are too. We've just been told not to be. You know, when it was matriarchy, we had consorts, more than one man. Just like y'all like to have more than one woman, we had more than one man. Because that's the way it worked back then. You know, it wasn't, that's mine. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, that's delicious. Let me have you. Let me put you on the roster. So that's where we're heading to, fellas. I know that pisses you off, but y'all been on that shit. And I love my men. I'm not a man basher. I love men. I love them. Like, they're delicious. I believe in honoring the masculine and spoiling your boo. You know, that's why I'm alone and single, because I tend to love so hard that I will not love myself and be left out in the cold. So I'm learning to not be a broken vessel. I don't want to bring what they call baggage or luggage, or I don't want to bring past relationship bullshit into another union. This one is going to get a goddess. I'm telling you. He's going to be like, where have you been all of my incarnation? Waiting on you, boo. I'm waiting on you. So yeah. Journal. You know what I did the other day? I had some really shitty, they call it, I think Amanda Francis calls it rampaging or whatever. I'm going to give you my method, okay? I don't know if anyone else has said this, but this is my method. This is called the fuck off method, okay? Fuck off. Now, when I get a negative thought in my head, you know, I don't send it love. You know, because it's a program, it's not supposed to be in there. It's like a virus. You gotta treat it like a virus. Like this is my antivirus. Fuck off. Like I hear, blah, 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 you ain't shit. No one's ever gonna want you. Blah 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 blah. Fuck off. Instantly gone. It's crazy. I had a man pop in my head the other day that I care about deeply, and I started hearing the old programming of how I'm supposed to chase and I'm supposed to prove myself. I told that program, that virus, fuck off. I'm not proving myself to anyone. You have to accept me just like I accept you. And if you can't accept me, then don't. If I'm too much, move on to less. Period. If you're too much to me, I will move on to something else. I'm not going to put up with bullcrap and that old programming of we have to prove ourselves. We have to. It's that pick me ass hoe shit I don't subscribe to. I'm not going to subscribe to it. No. And I know I'm going to get a lot of bashing on this one. Women, love yourselves. It's more than being toxic. I know the toxic culture is cute right now, but there's something called a universal law. Okay? It's real, whether you believe it or not. Okay? The universal law. The Hermetic principles, like the 48 laws of power. There's a law to how the universe works. It's mathematic. It's geometric. It's a beautiful science. Did I just hear a crow or a raven? Anyway, if you're out here putting funky ass energy on people and you're out here hurting people on purpose just for clout and views, you already have your reward. You got the views, you got the clout. But the universe gives you exactly what you dish out, what you attract, and what you put out. It comes full circle, honey. You see the infinity? Infinity I'm doing? That little light trail going through there? Yeah. It comes back around to you. And I know about karma, boo-boo. Can't see Shiva. I know all about karma. I've had it dealt on me. So I know what it feels like to have your own shenanigans thrown back to you. And as for the judgy people that are constantly judging people for what they do and constantly attacking people, saying they are not of the light and they're not. When you turn off that camera, how are you acting at home? Because I tell you, I come on here real. I tell y'all when I fuck up. I tell y'all when I'm missing the mark. I tell you when I'm in bitter bitch energy. I tell you when I am just not there. That's what people are missing. This is what my followers and subscribers tell me. They love me because I'm authentic and I'm real. Because I'm not going to come on here and act like I'm this perfect light being. I'm just not going to do it. But I will tell you, you're not alone. You're not struggling alone. We also struggle. So it's not just for content creators. It's just for also people who are thinking about being content creators. These are the type of things you got to deal with. You got to deal with trolls. You got to deal with bots. I mean, trolls now, they used to, oh my God. They used to piss me off so bad. But now that I know, they're just, what all trolls are most of the time were bullies in school and then grew up and became a troll. That's all they are. And if they're not them, they were bullied. So this is their way of, getting back, they're that shit. Oh, I'm a troll. Oh, I'm gonna piss off the entire comment section. And don't entertain them, because you give them an algorithm and you give them attention. I don't have my Instagram open up to comments because of trolls and judgmental people and stuff like that. And when I have an assistant, when I start making money and I have people that can help me moderate bots and trolls and shit like that, I'll open them up to them. My YouTube's open up to all comments, but it depends on how many subscribers I get, how many bots I get, how many trolls I get, depending on whether I turn the comments off. Because I'm not here to argue. That's another thing, content creators, don't argue with people. Don't debate with people. You can have meaningful discussions with people. You can give your insights, because I believe everyone has their own truth. They believe how they believe, and it's true to them, and there ain't shit you could say. Like when I was in religion, you could tell me nothing. Oh, you're a devil. Oh, what? What? Oh, sinner. Sinner. Yeah, just people will wake up when they wake up. You can plant the seed. My gods. Plant the seed, and that's all you have to do, and then watch it take root. It may not happen overnight, it may not happen in a year, but it will happen. And my goal and my mission is to wake up every god and goddess on this planet, because once we awaken to who we truly are and we follow the universal law, we don't use our power to hurt people. You're a source having a human experience. You should be able to enjoy wealth. Nothing wrong being wealthy. It's what these assholes do with it. It's none of your business. Don't worry about it. That's another thing. Oh my God. Content creators. Stop spreading bullshit. Help people. Wake them up. Talk to them. But you constantly saying the reptilians, the Democrats, the Republicans, it's still divisive, whatever. It's separating us. It causes a crappy vibration or emotion, and you feel like shit. We want to awaken people to work on yourself. Show them how you overcame. Show them the steps that you took to get through something. Yes, we know the government does things. We know that they keep us divided. We know about the sex trafficking and the kidnappings and the horrible shit they do. We're not in a bubble. We're not ignoring it. You woke up to it. We all know it. Like, you're still spreading shit we all know. Like, I see this stuff now and I'm like, give me something that feeds my soul, not guts me. We know about Maui. We know that shit was not natural. We know. We know. But I know this about Pachamama. These little humans are going to keep playing. Why do you think they're trying to get off the planet? Yeah, I know I'm venturing. It's supposed to be about content creation, but I'm making a point here. Pachamama can only take but so much. And she has no problem. And I had a fake friend, light worker, got pissed at me because I said some stuff like this. Gaia's never destroyed anything. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. What bullshit ass YouTube are you watching that told you Gaia will open up the earth and fucking swallow a motherfucker? Will set off the ring of fire. I'm telling you, you're asking for something you don't want. Okay? I'm just saying. Sorry. Speaking of Gaia and Yellowstone, my favorite volcano, my son is at Yellowstone right now. That is a bucket list for me to go there. So he's sending me all the videos and all the pictures. So excited for him. He's out here living his best life. And that's what we need to do. You woke up. You know you are God. Teach people how to become their higher self. I love y'all. And remember, pray, communicate, meditate, exercise, flow, do yoga, do things to release the energy, go for a walk. Burnout is real. Take the time you need, but don't be me and take so much time that you just almost delete your whole platform. Okay? I love y'all. Remember, we are magic. We are one. Have a good one.